Attention all passengers, train number 696967 from station 2025 via hard work, success and lessons to 2026 is arriving shortly on platform number ranks to riches. Welcome everybody. Welcome to this episode. I recently had a train journey, so yeah, this has been pretty close to my heart, and I should have done this in Hindi. It's like much more better.
लाओ इधर लाओ. यात्रीगण कृपया ध्यान दें. गाड़ी नंबर 699697 वाया
अरे
2025 से
2026
हाँ क्या था
2025 से 2026 को जाने वाली 2025 से 2026 को किसके लेसन्स को क्या कहेंगे भाई हिंदी फक डैम
लिटरल हिंदी थी भाई मेरी. एक मिनट. लेसन्स सीख. हाँ सीख और क्या था. सक्सेस सफलता. सीखें
हार्डवर्क
सफलता लगन
के रास्ते जाने वाली गाड़ी प्लेटफॉर्म संख्या रैंक्स टू रिचेस पे आने वाली है. Welcome everybody, welcome to this episode, and this is 2025 wrapped for ranks to riches, I guess.
For sure. Let's go.
Why is this guy so weird? Like so stiff. Why is this guy so hard right now?
Doing 75 hard right now. That's why.
Yeah, this guy is doing 75 hard. I mean, okay.
What do you mean I'm eating samosas and dosas and everything else and I'm still doing 75 hard?
Yeah, he's not doing 75 hard. He's doing 75 medium. Like that lead code problems hard वाले नहीं हो रहे medium कर लेते हैं.
Right.
I mean, it's what? Today is Merry Christmas. Yashu का birthday है gang.
Happy Tulsi Puja gang.
I really wanna play Yashudi Balle Balle here, but I think we're gonna get cancelled for that.
We will get cancelled. 100%.
Yashudi Balle.
No. I don't know this guy. Who is this guy? हमारे साथ नहीं है.
Gang, you should see our previous podcast. She does know me.
Okay. Leaving all the bucketies and other stuff aside, let's get.
Can he though?
Let's get started to the Wrapped. Honestly, one hell of a year.
Gang, one of a hell of a year. I mean, this year has been the most challenging, most rough, yet most giving, and yet most least transformative year for me.
For me, it has been honestly the most transformative. If I talk to, like, if my version of 25th December 2024 would talk to my version of today, he would not recognize that person, honestly. And the best and the kind of ironical thing is that all the transformation has been internal. Like, externally, not much progress, but it's all internal. So, yeah, that's what counts.
What have you increased internally, gang? Mindset, yeah. That reminds me, the Mindset podcast is the next to be recorded. So, hang on for that. It is gonna come soon.
And yeah, since we are back in the hometown, we are back in the hood. So we are going to record a few podcasts, and so that we finally clear the backlog.
Yeah.
That this guy.
There is no backlog. It's my backlog, not his.
It's our communist background music. That was bad.
That was really bad, but it's fine. It's fine, gang.
No copyright.
लग सकता है.
Bad में थोड़ी लगता है copyright. अच्छा होता तब लगता.
यार bad में भी लगा देते हैं.
Anyway, let's start.
So, what is the first question?
पहला सवाल.
How many girlfriends you have?
पहला सवाल 1001 रुपए के लिए.
कितने हार्ट ब्रेक्स?
मेरे कि उनके?
Overall, cumulative.
I will not answer that question. Next.
कितने लोगों के साथ हार्ट ब्रेक या बेड ब्रेक?
कोई और टॉपिक नहीं है तुम्हारे पास बात करने? भाई, we have some good questions right here and this guy is making stuff up.
Yeah, I'm very good at making and creating stuff on the go. Anyways, calm down. And so, I really wanted to say Om, but I didn't. Okay, so word of the year, Trimbakesh.
You go first.
Pretty good word, I guess. Well, my word of the year hasn't changed from last year somehow, but it's still consequences. Consequences. It's the thing that people don't seem to realize whenever they do their actions. It's the thing people don't get to know until they are in front of them. And once you get hold of the consequences of your actions, you are much more vigilant, you are much more grounded, and of course much more safer. Trust.
For me, the word of the year has been unreasonable. So again, quoting the man, the myth, the legend,
Sarthak.
Sarthak again can guess.
Sarthak.
You guys can guess. Alex fucking Hormozy. We are going to quote him. So he always talks about doing an unreasonable amount of work so that
For an unreasonable amount of
for an unreasonable amount of time, so that it's unreasonable that you don't get the outcome that you want. So that's been my philosophy basically for even like cracking the exam that I wanted to crack, even doing the
actually cracked it.
You could say that.
I mean, had he got one more rank than what he did, he would have been like the most coolest guy in the campus.
3 more ranks. I got
One more.
67.
Yeah, so 67. 67.
67 हो जाता भाई. 69 is still cooler भाई. 69 is epic भाई. Nothing compares to that. Anyway, so yeah, for that and also in the last months, as I said, like when in one of the podcasts I said that week has been the most emotionally consuming week of my life, and I'll drop the whole lore someday, but no. whole lore someday, but today is not the day for it. But and again in our college, and that's why we want to piss Sarthak off a little bit, that if you get above 9 CGPA, you get exemption from 75% attendance, and this guy has 85% attendance. He has got 10, I got 9.63. So I wanted 9 plus, I got 9.63. Again, unreasonable. The plan was to make it unreasonable not to get 9. So yeah, that philosophy has been helping me throughout the year.
Well, we all want to know the lore of that emotionally consuming week of things, but we'll get it someday, gang. We'll get it someday for sure.
Yeah, I'll let you know. It will be somewhere in the next year, like in the mid of next year, most likely. Yeah,
we'll get to know what he's been up to in the college.
You will get to know it before only, but yeah,
the audience. So coming on to the next question of the rap.
Sarthak, what is your quote of the year?
You go first.
Good quote. Yeah, my quote of the year has been volume negates luck. 3 words, super powerful. That has been my quote of the year. Really powerful stuff.
I mean, I cannot say anything on that because volume negates luck. You can't beat that shit. You cannot beat volume. Now I'm actually really blank at this moment for quotes. Really blank. I've been trying to think of quotes. So if you do hard stuff will happen.
Hard things are hard. That's why they're hard. And to make it hard, you want to make more hard. Royal Stack ka ad tha nahi ki live life hard, something like that.
Taste the thunder, gang. Anyways, what is the quote of my year? Okay, gang, cut.
One eternity later.
So we are back, gang. So, gang.
Sorry, London fucking gang science everybody.
So, my quote of the year, something that has stuck with me throughout the year, has not been a quote but a statement that one of the professors gave in the induction event, and that has been the strength of weak ties. So the professor, I'll tell you what the professor explained on that. So he said that the most amount of progress that you make in your life is not through your good friends or the friends that you admire the most, but it's through the people you don't talk to the most. It's from the strangers you have just met in a plane and people with whom you have very, very weak ties. So what that means is that in his life what happened was, he was like, after his PhD from USA, he was coming back on a plane to India, and where he met a person who was like a professor in some university, and he told him that, oh, there is an opening in IIIT Delhi for a position in professorship, and that somehow motivated him to go to IIIT Delhi. Then he got that job, and now he is a very well recognized professor now in IIIT Hyderabad, researching in his field of AI and ethics. So I mean, a random stranger on a random plane helped him more in his life to achieve his goals than what usually a normal friend would. So that's the strength of weak ties.
That was powerful. A quote from you that I have taken to heart is the क्या था वो यार?
FOMO.
Rule of rule independence.
The rule of.
That's so powerful.
I mean, and the best part is that the quote or the rule of rule independence is not taken from any self-help book or something. It's taken from fucking chess book, and it's a chapter in a chess book. And I still remember the book, The Secrets of Modern Chess Strategy by John Watson. That book. I mean, I really want to read that book in chess someday. Okay, Tim, what is something or someone you regret doing this year? Someone.
No, not someone. No, I do not regret any of the friends or relationships that I've had.
He has done a lot of people gang.
That I've had, not done throughout the year, but something I regret doing.
I have a word for you. Doom scrolling. Not a lot, but like I doom scrolled for like what? 10 days of the year, which were like 3% of the year. Yeah, 3% of the year, so like not good gang. I don't like doom scrolling, but I still do at times. Yeah, I have to be better than that. Not doom scroll. This guy doesn't doom scroll.
I have to think.
These days though, while he thinks, I'm telling you, I sent this guy an article on AI and all that, which is a really, really good article. So I am like changing my doom scrolling stuff from YouTube shorts and Insta reels to something really productive in computer science. So that's a good step for the next year.
A recommendation for that: read Paul Graham's essays. Super powerful. Like, Paul Graham was the founder of Y Combinator, which is the biggest startup incubator in the world, and he used to write one essay per month, but now he does even less than that, and it's very powerful.
I saw that yesterday on my friend's laptop.
Paul Graham.
Yeah, no, something like write one essay every day, something like this. And
Nice.
I use Paul Graham's strategy was in the thumbnail.
Who was that friend? Bhai, I need to meet that friend.
Manav.
Acha, Manav.
Yeah.
Nice. Wait, I still haven't thought. Cut. Yeah. So the thing that I regret doing was for a period of time when I burnt out, I neglected my sleep a fair amount, and I mean I still am on 3 hours of sleep right now, but we are powered by caffeine. So
Sponsored by coffee, powered by caffeine.
yeah, so no, that was really bad. So I slept for, you guys know the story from the previous podcast. Dale the ki nahi? So the 4 hours I slept and then slept outside, and it was really bad. Like, it was the worst health I've ever been in my life. It was 2 weeks of pure hell, and would not recommend that. At least, guys, please prioritize your sleep. And in a way, it helped me knowing the limit of burnout. So when I go close to that, I know that I'm going close to that, then I revert back, then I take some time. So yeah, that is something, like working that much hard for that period of time without any result, that I would regret. Sarthak, what do you regret? Acha, you told no.
You told.
Okay, Sarthak, what do you regret not doing this year?
Good question, but I the moment you were saying it was very hellish and something, the first thing that came to my mind was too hell to handle. And then we are telling, when I go near the burnout points, I was like, limit tending to burnout. Bro, we have been cooked, gang. We have been cooked, gang. So, some things that I have regret not doing is not being cognitively online. There is one thing being unconsciously online 24/7, which everybody is and will always be. But there is one thing that you are cognitively online, seeing things cognitively, consciously, that I want to see this. Now I want to see this. Okay, I should do this. And using online helps to make connections or to learn new stuff or to get new projects. That's one thing that I regret not doing as much as I could.
कितनी बार बोला तुमको लिंक्डइन पे एक्टिव हो जाओ, अभी तक पीएफपी भी नहीं लगी होगी तुम्हारी लिंक्डइन पे.
गैंग ये आया है ना, अब लगाएगा. Learn from the master. No, make the master do the work.
I'd always take the credit. Damn. Yeah, I have a bunch of things that I regret not doing. The main thing is not going to take a bath during the Kumbh Mela. 100% regret that.
I also didn't go, gang.
Yeah, I regret that. Yeah, honestly, that is the biggest regret right now. But yeah, not doing that. And apart from that, I won't say I am very conscious of the trades that I make. So as I said in the last podcast, that the only way to live a life without regrets is to choose the trades that you make. So I knew the cost that I was incurring. And yeah, one more thing again, if I would want to say, during the period between when my exams ended and my college started, I should have rested more.
This guy doesn't rest.
I was like, bhai, fuck. I'm like, 2-3 दिन I'm like resting a bit. भाई मजा नहीं आ रहा. Let's do something. कुछ गांड नहीं फट रही भाई. मजा नहीं आ रहा है. फट नहीं रही भाई. It's like Andrew Tate had once. He had a quote like, if there is no chaos in my life, I don't like my life. So I think like some way somehow I've gotten similar to that. So even like right now.
He's getting similar to that.
कौन बोल रहा है भाई? I won't even start भाई. Yeah. So what the fuck was I saying?
You have gotten similar to Andrew Tate, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, so even like right now, and I am spending some time with my family, having this conversation, sleeping well. Then also I'm nothing. I'm like, bhai, I had planned to work for at least 8 hours per day while at home, and that I'm not able to achieve. So that is a regret. Like, I don't know, bhai. This is the both sides of the coin. I would also say to a friend of mine, I told this once that this is the price of being ambitious, that you can never be fully present in something which is not your work. Kind of. So yeah.
On this thought, this is something that has come to me very hard for after the previous. That's one good transformation about being present in the moment every time. That what you have said, that that you are not able to, like, being present in the moment, that is not your work. Last year was pretty much the same because probably this year could be that because I do not have a very cognitively clear purpose, but still whatever I am doing this year, I've like since the last year I've built in myself to be present in that moment and not think about anything else. And what has helped me is usually planning everything before and having a reason to do what I am doing, whether I am like going out or whether I am doing something to study or something that will help me later in life. So everything has to have a reason, very solid reason, and when I stick to that reason, I'm like, okay, the other things that I'm not doing, like you said, trade-offs. Like if I'm trading it off, I must be doing it for a very good reason, and if the good reason is good enough, I'll go ahead with it. So
we'll riff on this a bit more, like before going to the next question. So I know that like spending time with my family, sleeping, just taking some time off would eventually be a very high leverage thing for the next 4 coming months before May 4th of May 2026. That is like very, very demanding, like lots of time, lots of effort, mentally, physically, all of it. And I know this is the fuel that will propel the machine. And I still am not able to like kind of logically justify. It's like playing the long term versus short term game, right? And even like, it's so good that you mentioned it. Now I need to convince myself that, let's say, even one burnout in those 4 months can cost like at least 1 week. And 1 week when like everyone is working and you are not. Like right now, my people, like the West is not working basically.
Yeah,
so
obviously it's Christmas time.
yeah. So yeah, and if I fuck up then though it would cost a lot. Yeah. So I guess it's a good trade that I'm making right now.
You have to convince yourself. You can convince other people, but convincing yourself is the toughest part. I can convince you guys that guys don't see Insta. I can convince you guys to read this book, but I have like same. If you ask me, have I scrolled Insta in the last 2 days? Yes, that too.
Caught in 4K.
Yeah, that too. Streaming on Discord with 2 of my friends. I have I not read a book I want to read? Yes, because I've been reading some other book that I also want to read. So I mean, every time it's easier to convince the other person, but every year you get a little better, and I guess next year you'd be a little better.
The plan is to get a lot better next year. But yeah. Anyway.
From here to here.
Reminds me of a Portia quote from Merchant of Venice. I would rather... Kaching, why kaching? So, I would rather... She said something along the lines of, I would rather advise 20 people than be one of the 20 to follow my own advice.
I remember.
And one of my friends who watches this podcast, like, she always tells me you should listen to your own podcast when you're like when you are in an indecisive mode. You should listen to your own podcast. Shout out Manasvi. Yeah.
So one of the reasons I decided to do this was so basically when I got the idea yesterday night for doing this podcast, initially me and Tim had planned to do the mindset podcast, but the reason I was like, okay, we should do this one is because I thought next year when I could look back at this podcast, when I could look back, I could see the lessons that I want myself to remember. Like by the time January ends, you forget half the lessons that you want to remember. You forget half your goals. Even if you have written it somewhere, it's in the dustbin, I know. So like just so that I can remind myself every day somehow that bro, you had to do this, bitch. That's why I have like done this, and of course it will help other people to learn from the lessons. Of course we will not learn from our lessons because I haven't learned from myself as well, but sometime it will help.
You know, I had this habit of making one video per year, and it used to be in the unlisted and somewhere around, and I didn't even watch it. But now it's going to be public, and this is a podcast which I would refer to, and yeah, that would be helpful. And yeah, regarding the quitting goals part, fun fact guys, 12th of January of each year, there is a stat which tells that on the 12th of January there are the highest pizza orders in the world. And so all the people who make their New Year's resolutions to stick to a diet, to follow the fitness plan, all of them break it by the 12th of January.
I mean that's why I don't make any New Year resolutions. I just don't believe in them. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it anyways. You know, decide something. I usually decide it in the middle of the year. Someday like, okay, from now I won't eat sweets. It was like 2022 May, last week of May. I still remember, I was like, okay, from now I'll exercise and I'll eat no sweets. May 2022 I was like 15 kilos down. This guy has seen the whole fucking transformation. So yeah, it just happens. You cannot like plan it. Okay, from 1st January 2026 doesn't work. It would be a random day on a random ass month of any year, and it would happen if you are like strong enough.
But it happens usually because of a trigger event. Usually.
Yeah, usually.
There has to be some emotionally, like some great fuck up or something that someone has said or you yourself realized, then that causes a trigger.
Anyways, we have been on this for a long time. Oh, I guess the next question is very similar. Disappointments with yourself.
You start.
I mean, it's very similar to something that you regret doing or not doing, but one disappointment with myself has been not being disciplined enough. While people do say that, bro, you are so disciplined, I feel like, what the fuck, this is my discipline? This is like super light mode, gang.
Yeah, because you know what you're capable of, right?
I mean, like the year has been, in terms of discipline, been broken into two parts: pre-June, post-June. For sure, I mean pre-June. Oh my God, 17 hours of work, waking up at 6 at times, like sleeping at 1, and like even giving exams. But after that, fine. Like sleeping at 6, waking up at 1 has been like it is switched. I mean, one day I slept for 14 hours because like for
What the fuck?
yeah, so there was a Sunday. So what happened was the previous week has been pretty hectic, and that Saturday was also something I haven't slept much. So Saturday night I slept at what, around 2-3. Woke up at 12 on that Sunday. Went out to with one of my bhaiyas. Came back 4 to 6. I was in the hostel, like alive. 6 I went to sleep. 11 o'clock somebody wakes me up that, bro, your mother has called me, what are you doing? I was like, oh, sorry man, I was sleeping. And then talks to my mother, didn't eat, didn't do anything, fall back asleep again, wake up at 9 a.m. the next day, go to class for 8:30 class at 9 a.m.
Yeah, crazy stuff, bhai. This is just Sarthak Singh shit, bhai. You can't comprehend this.
I mean, I make the most of every moment I get. I'm like, okay, if I'm sleeping, fuck it.
Bro has been sleep maxing.
I have been sleep maxing, DSA maxing. I've been doing everything all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Oscar 2025. Okay, next. अरे यार मैंने तो बोला ही नहीं. Your disappointments with yourself. Something that I have now started doing, which I did not do for the majority of this year, was staying true to my word. Like what I say, I will do. Otherwise, I don't say it. And even with 75 hard, that has been something which has helped me. Even though right now I'm not, like, the diet part is not working out because I'm at home. But right now,
Doesn't work out, you know. You're like, people are like, oh, you are at home, you must be dieting. Bro, it doesn't work out at home at all. Come to North India. It won't work at home. It might work in America, it might work in Africa, hell. But not in North India, bro. It won't. You'll be like, घर का खाना है. तेल वही है, but घर का खाना है, healthy है.
right, and the thing is that I'm choosing it, right? Right now I'm choosing it. I'm making it. I know that, like, this is fucking up my progress. I'll be 4 kilos overweight when I go back. But I'll lose those 4 kilos again in 2 weeks.
So my math is, when I come back, I'm usually 7-8 kilos down. But if I go, so when I go back, I'm 4 kilos up. So from the start of the previous semester to the start of the next semester, I'm net 4 kilos down. Girl math. Sexist joke, but it's fine. If some girl is saying this, I am sexist, and it's fine.
No comments.
He is as well, but he just doesn't show it that well. So what's the next question, Tim?
Machiavellianism, bro. We don't show shit. We don't show shit.
Oh fuck.
My bad. एक दांत दिखाने का, एक दांत खाने का.
Next question.
अच्छा, next question. Something that you're happy you did in 2K25. I would start this podcast.
It was mine, bro.
Awesome, bhai. One of the best decisions I've made this year. 100%. Second best thing, actually that would be the first, but this would be the second, but this is not in any particular order. Another best thing that I did was the whole emotions thing. Like, being aware of my emotions. Not that I don't feel the emotions, but I don't react to the emotions.
Converted gang.
Yeah, but I don't react to the emotions.
We got him.
Yeah, don't react to the emotions. And again, logically, having a logical frame in mind, boiling down all the emotions into actions, all of that has helped me a lot. Because I'm not did I show you the chart of the emotion chart that I made and how to logically justify all the emotions? I made that back in May, June. I should have shown it to you, but now it's kind of outdated. So I made this whole thing that how to logically justify each emotion. So this is something I've picked up from Hormozy again, that if you boil down each emotion into the action which leads to that emotion, and like, let's say frustration. When does frustration happen? Frustration happens because of an unexpected time delay of something you expected would take less time, but it takes more time. 99% of the time it happens because of that. Okay, so then you're aware of it. Okay, I'm frustrated because of this. Now, if I reverse that, then I won't be frustrated again. So that frame has helped me so much. I can't even put any words or any numbers. Like, if I knew this when I was in 2024, I would have been way fucking ahead, honestly. But this was required to go through this, and Sarthak has also helped me a fair amount in
Emotions podcast.
yeah, in the emotions podcast. And when you see what kind of mindset is possible, then you realize ki acha, there is another level to this shit which I haven't tapped into yet, and that I have learned from Sarthak. And again, this feeling the emotions but not reacting to them and using them as a fuel, big one. Like, you intentionally do wrong, like say wrong things, stuff like that. Then this November lore is related to that only. But yeah, you'll get to know. You guys won't, bitch. So yeah. Going back to the point that logically not justifying, but boiling down the emotions into steps or actions, or logically or operationalizing them has been very helpful, and not reacting to them, basically. Yeah, and like even being aware of them. Yeah, Sarthak is like, yeah. When will I get the mic?
No, I'm like, I just want to say, when you see the emotions podcast and this stance on emotions, and you see this podcast, I just want to say the duality of a fucking man. I mean, he was like stoicism. From stoicism, we finally converted him,
This
gang.
is also stoicism. So what is the essence of stoicism? Stoicism is not
See, this is not exactly stoicism. In stoicism, you actually don't feel the emotions at all. You are like,
nahi. You have it wrong, bro. Honestly, no. What the fuck? Stoicism is like you feel it, but you don't react to it.
I mean, but you have gone one step further, right? I mean, even if you take that, you started to use your emotions
Very helpful,
better.
bro. I'll take bhai, whatever makes it better, bhai. I'm bhai wo hota hai na bhai. There is no one on. I'm not a conformer, or not a, like, I'm not like rigid. Ki bhai,
Extremist to. We are converting him, gang. Don't worry. We are slowly
No,
converting.
extremism is helpful in its own way.
Yeah, like it is helpful in its own.
You don't have to be extremist while using extremism. So you need to know when to apply it and when not to.
The rule of rule independence. We are converting him, gang. Don't worry. Successful conversions number 69.
Okay. What's yours?
Something that, of course, for my first would be this podcast. It's something that I started finally taking responsibility of something, doing something that I just wanted to do for a long time. This podcast has been one of them. The other thing has been after the second half of the year, living a more balanced life than anything else. I mean, I'm also like trying to learn new stuff while also taking care of my academics and also having a lot of fun in life. It's not like I'm not having a lot of fun.
10 CGPA gang.
Like I had to give a little favors to my TA for that, but it's fine. That didn't happen, but it's fine.
Shout out PA, bhai.
So I mean, yeah, that's something that I'm happy I have. Like, one thing that he also mentioned, that I'm living in the moment more than anything, and also being directionally in the way that I want. I'm not like, see, one thing is magnitude, one thing is direction and vector. My direction of my vector is pretty fine. It's really good. My direction is pretty small. Very sad. Yeah, magnitude is very small, but it's fine. But that the balancing of my life has been pretty good. And like, even when I'm not academically doing a lot, I'm doing some things towards the computer. I'm building something. I'm trying to think of new projects. I'm trying to learn something new. All the while also learning new skills, trying to delve into something I haven't delved into before. So yeah.
Honestly, seeing the amount of grind that you've put in 11th and 12th, like seeing it firsthand, you deserved it, bhai. Honestly, you deserved it, and you deserve taking the time off and living a more balanced life this year.
I'm trying to get to a more balanced life. I mean, like, I have been debating this year as well. I have been playing football this year as well. I have been roaming around as well, which has been really good. I have like roamed a lot. Like, after the Hyderabadis, I know the most about Hyderabad in my college, which is great. I wish he could come here there someday though.
Someday.
Someday.
Someday is not a day of the week. Someday is not a day of the week.
Tuesday.
No comments. I don't
Anyways.
make promises in public.
Yeah, not in public, gang. I guess you will know soon.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know, gang. I seriously don't know.
Very seriously. I also don't know, honestly. But I know.
I also know. Anyways, all the mistakes you did in 2025. My first
How much time
mistake.
you got?
My first mistake happened in 2006.
I saw that. I saw that coming by. Crazy stuff, bhai. Crazy stuff. How much time do we have? All the mistakes that you did.
Okay, gang. So I think the bomb will blast in 2 hours. We have till time till then.
Okay, fair enough. All the mistakes that I did. सोचना पड़ेगा थोड़ा. You start.
I mean, all the mistakes I did. Okay, I mean, the first thing people could like probably say on the face is like not studying enough, but hell no, that's not one of the mistakes I did in 2025. Probably. Okay, this is hard. All the mistakes. So let's go back from December. What is one of the mistakes that I did in December? Doom scrolling, for sure. I did in doom scrolling. What mistake I did in November? So let's go each month, right? Let's go each month. There will be one mistake that we have done each month. November's mistake is not doing a lot of LinkedIn. Not doing a lot of LinkedIn. That this guy did say, and I didn't do. But now he is here. I'm today. There will be a PFP. There will be a good bio. The master will do the work, and I'll just take the credit. October's mistake. October could have been much more productive in terms. Oh, we are back. This guy's laptop almost died. We were CPRing him. So anyways, back in October could have been much more productive, but I was not. I was like too distracted in October, I could say, because of a lot of stuff, exams and fests. But the good thing that happened with it was more I was a little bit more balanced, but yeah, could have been much more productive. Then comes September. Well, September, my biggest mistake would be not taking care of myself a lot. I was sick at the like a lot in September, like mild sick, but like sick is sick. August's mistake would be not being social enough, but that I made up in the next half of the year. But like I could have been much more social. I could have been a little more, I would say, outgoing, but I was not. Like, see, when you come back from JE, it's hard to be outgoing. You are completely opposite in the JE. You are like, okay, not talking to a lot of people, and talking to very selective kind of people. That too. Like, the 3 people that I used to talk to the most was one of my best friends, of course, and we have to do a podcast with him as well.
Yes, we have to do.
The other 2 were really good people who both of them are IITians. The third person who I talked to a little less was is another IITian, and then there is this guy, PCB to CS. So like very selective kind of people. So yeah, the one mistake that I had done in July. I mean, July was pretty good though. I could have been a lot more calmer when it comes to colleges. Could have been a lot more calmer. Coming back to June, could have been much more productive, but that was given. I just came back from JE. Yeah. I mean, on paper I could have been much more productive. I could have done a lot, but I still did a lot of courses. I still tried to do a lot of programming, but yeah, on paper could have been much better. Coming back to May, I mean, May was one of the best months. Even though my J Advanced didn't go well, I could have done a better J Advanced gang, but doesn't matter. And at this one, one of the things that I would say is sometimes the mistakes that you make also does not go or like transform into any kind of regrets. I'm really happy at the place where I am, like more than happy. I guess I am happier than I would have been at any other place, and by any other I mean any other. I'm pretty happy wherever I am. It's a lot of people say, oh, there aren't many fests or this and that. There are, and it's very the thing with me is I do not like cool stuff. I like productive stuff. So the college is not cool, but it's pretty productive. So that's one thing that I'm pretty happy about. April. I mean, from January to April was like nothing. I guess nothing. March. I could say that I shouldn't have seen one series, Jack Reacher, but then fine, man. I was watching it in the middle of my board, so.
it's a good way to phrase it month by month, but I have a few. Damn bro, lean करने का मजा है. Anyway, तो नहीं हाँ भाई आ गया. So baby, pull me closer. So yeah, again. So yeah, I would like to go month by month, but yeah, I have a few ones right here. So
Starting from December.
no, starting from December, no, it's just a few, and then we'll start from December. So one of the big ones was that not celebrating the small wins. Like for the entire, like from basically my birth to like 17 and a half, and even 18. Like, even in Indian society, I would say that we are not trained that much to focus on the wins that we got. It's more of a that
Where did the 1% go?
yeah, where did the 1% go? Exactly. So, and you don't see the 99%. And it's actually when you're going for something which you haven't done before, then you need to look at the wins that you have gotten before to gather the mental strength that, okay, if I could do this, I can do that as well. So, not celebrating small W's was something that I have started doing now, and this was, I did not do it for the majority of my life. And this is where Sarthak was right, that I did not focus that much on gym until when? October?
Yeah, October.
When you gave the advice?
October.
Yeah, until October, yeah. Underrated cheese by gym. Even before coming today.
This could also be one of my disappointments. This could be also one of my mistakes, because this year I have been the most inconsistent in the gym. There hasn't been any month I haven't gone to the gym, but there has been weeks. So that's something that I don't like. Because obviously new place, new city, you have to I was pretty consistent in November though, but again when you're back here, again new place, new city kind of stuff, so you are not really consistent a lot. So maybe next time I could be really consistent. Though one good thing that happened when it comes to gym is I got a kind of a friend who would like go to gym with me regularly, so that could help me with my accountability a lot.
Start 75 hard from 12th Jan, bro. No, actually, it's a group, like our mindset, like the coaching and all stuff. There's a group of 22 entrepreneurs of us, and at least 10 or 15 would be doing 75 hours starting from 12th of January. We all are starting it again. That's why I'm just doing it as a practice only. If I was going hardcore,
I'm in.
you're in.
When will it end though?
12th Jan से जोड़ो कितना होगा 75 days.
Because I want it to end before my end next sem.
अरे एक बार कर तो लिया. हाँ, तो your semester would end in May, right? No, sorry, April end, right? हाँ, तो तब तक हो जाएगा. 75 2 months कितना हुआ? February पूरा ले लो, March पूरा ले लो, January हाँ हो जाएगा. ठीक है, we'll do it again, and we'll see if we can.
This time we both will do it together, so it's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be really fun, gang.
We'll whoop each other's ass.
Yep. Like I'll send him photos of me doing workouts more than him, and then he'll send me the next day. So basically what will happen by the end of March we'll spend 26 out of 24 hours in the gym.
We will be, bhai, either we'll be very much bulked up or we would be in the hospital. दो में से कोई एक चीज होगी.
Yeah, because none of us we just won't step down. Okay, fine, I won't do more than this. How come?
Yeah.
But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
12th Jan or 10th Jan?
12th Jan.
12th Jan, fine. 12th Jan, let's see.
खाने का देख लो तुम अपना डाइट का.
अरे डाइट हो जाएगी gang. I haven't done pretty very hard dieting in 2022, so I have a lot of experience in dieting.
Let's go. मजा आएगा. Okay, that's that. And again, another thing which I did for a little bit of time I did this mistake, that I was not trusting my own judgment. And I was relying on other people to make the decisions for me. Like when I came to the college, we had this group of friends we used to study together. And I have a method of studying which is mine, and that has gotten me the academic success that I have got in my life. And instead of completely sticking to that, I was asking them, okay, how are you studying? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Till the time I was doing that, I was not getting good marks in the first exam that I had. But then in the second exam, I was forced to follow my own method because I was sick for 2 weeks. And then there was 5 days to prepare. Good thing it was an open book exam. So then crushed it. Next, like final exam, crushed it again because I was following my own methods. So yeah, that was that. Now let's start from December. December, हाँ इसमें लगेगा time.
See his posture, gang. See mine.
ये क्या हुआ भाई?
See his posture, gang. See mine. Like, I have pretty good posture. What are you doing? Disappointed. Failure. I mean, your first mistake in December is this.
हाँ भाई, you're actually right. You're actually fucking right. Wait.
आदत पड़ जाती है. I mean, whenever I used to sit earlier, I used to do this. Okay, straight. So after like 1 year or so, you are like completely into it. Like, yeah.
I started doing that, but yeah, fell off. Anyway.
On the chair.
Yeah. No, I generally like this way, but yeah, you're right. When I would be 50, 60, I won't remember how much I liked. I would remember the backache that I would have. Yeah, coming back. December. What were the mistakes that I made?
Posture.
Yeah, let's take posture. And again, right now I'm a bit confused because when I am here, now the question, like again the confusion, like whether to focus, whether to like, it's not like an either or, we need to balance in between. So that was that. November, उसकी तो बात ही छोड़ दो. Sarthak would know, you guys won't until May. Okay, and that was that. But yeah, that experience taught me a lot. So
That experiences teaches people a lot.
yeah.
Experience, gang.
Yeah. October. Like overeating too much when I came here. Like actually, bro, I was fucking inhaling food. I was like, I'm not even kidding. I gained like 6-7 kgs, and I lost it all. But
Obviously,
yeah, but yeah, it's okay. You have come to home. You can eat, but not like in Hindi we call it hapsiyon ki tarah khana. Not that shit. You should eat like, okay, this is like Sarthak's mom. Bhai, auntie shout out, bhai. भाई आंटी के बेसिस पे चल रहे हैं भाई. अभी हम आंटी की दया होगी तो if आंटी wouldn't have allowed you, I would not have been sitting here. भाई respect to आंटी.
Starbucks में होते फिर क्या?
बाहर Starbucks की ठंड में अंदर रही. पप्पू कॉफी में होते हैं भाई 30 रुपए.
आज रात चलना है गैंग. आज रात चलना है.
चलो आओ. By the way guys, I walked for 4 kilometers to come to this guy's place for 75 hard 45 minutes walk. So maybe
the next 45 going back.
No, I'll go back by rickshaw. हो गया ना भाई आज का workout. So yeah, where was I? October में हो गया. September में नहीं. So yeah, September was. So I was working with this person and I was just doing stuff before the deadline, just right before the deadline, and like keep pushing it off. So because of that, I was missing the deadline a lot. So that was a big mistake, which I fixed it. That I mostly now I batch the work that I have to do on Sunday, and I schedule it for the week. So that helps a lot. So that way I don't miss the deadline. So that is something I started doing. That was a mistake that I was making. September के पहले क्या होता है भाई? August. I bought a course on JavaScript, HTML and CSS. Didn't complete it. That was a mistake. And
Not my child, gang. Couldn't be my child.
damn. Sorry, daddy. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. And then July. What the fuck? Yeah. July में क्या? I
College.
came. Yeah, I went to college. It was a good.
Really? I thought college came to you.
Damn, bhai. I'm not in college, Skylar. I have the college. Yeah. So yes, I went to college and it was pretty good. Like socializing a bit more, I could say. That could have helped. But I did my fair share of socializing, I would say. So yeah, that was that. And June was pretty good, bhai. June again, should have taken more rest to prepare for July, but I honestly did not know what was coming by. This was a different level of strain, bhai. अब ये जाएगा 2 घंटा.
कोई बात नहीं.
हाँ, we'll make it into 3 pieces. So that's that. And May was also pretty. May, yeah. One mistake, not focusing on NEET. Had like 3 days, like 23rd ko I gave VITEEE. I was like, fuck bhai. nahi.
I gave on 24th.
Yeah, something around that, 23rd, 24th ko. I was like, fuck bhai, I'm not doing, arey yaar, posture. I'm not doing.
It's fine.
Nahi bhai. Learning is a change in behavior. Okay, and intelligence is the rate of learning. If I learn after you have to tell me 10 times, I'm dumber and I'm not dumb. So, कौन? अरे यार वो था ना, do you know of the joke or not?
क्या?
साथ तुमको डॉम बुला रहा है. You know that, right? Who is Dom? Yeah. So, yeah. Where was I? Dom. Where was I?
Dom.
May.
Yeah, May.
Yeah, not focusing on NEET. I like fuck boy.
He didn't focus on it. He just drank it.
Yeah. Kaching. 478 why आया मेरा. And it was good. It was actually sadistic to be there and just knowing that it's like you've already made it and you don't need to complete the paper, and you're seeing everyone else, they're all fucked out of their minds.
Yeah, the paper was pretty fucked, I heard. It was a pretty fucked paper. Even like some J advanced students like, what the fuck is this question? There were a couple of questions, so yeah.
My first physics question was a J advanced question. I was like, fuck, इसमें करना क्या है? So, yeah.
NTA.
Right. But yeah, that was that. But you know, I wanted to have something like, I got the government medical college and then I still didn't choose to go. I wanted this to happen, like a badass, like thuk diya muh pe jaake system ke. But yeah, I didn't have that, and that was a trade I did not make. Otherwise, probably the VITEEE rank would have suffered. So yeah. May ho gaya. April again, same thing तुम्हारा. January से April तक, you didn't have even time to make mistakes, or the ability to, bhai, if you make a mistake then you can correct it. You can't. That was that. Next question. Yeah, Sarthak, what are things that held you back this year?
Me, myself, gang.
Why?
I mean, obviously, you talk about all the things that I have done, I could have done, that I actually did do. But then also, it also boils down to the other stuff that I could have traded for some of it. And looking back into the year, I could have traded a lot of my time for a lot of my, roaming time for some of the roaming. Let's say I roam for 10 hours a day, I could have like boiled it down to 6, and then the other 4 hours could have been given to like learning something new more. Didn't I learn something new? I did, but then again, one of my worst things about my ambition is that it never gets fulfilled. I'm never satisfied. As they say, when you are satisfied, you are doing the wrong thing. So yeah, I could have watched a little more Formula 1, but I didn't.
Don't you already watch enough Formula 1?
Yeah, it's never enough, gang. It's never. One of the things that held me back this year is also F1 game that I downloaded in October something. I mean, I did not in college I did not give it a lot of hoot. Like I was like playing at max 1 or 2 hours a week. That was max. But like when I came back here, I'm binging that game these days. Like I'm like playing 1 or 2 hours a day. So that's...
You're not my child.
Yeah, the F1 game is the only game I'm playing. It's the only game I want to play.
Mental games? What about mind games?
Shh, she shouldn't know.
Okay. Yeah.
What about you? Who held you back this year, Tim?
It's what held you back, na? Things that held you back. Control. Objectify नहीं करेंगे हम लोग. We won't objectify people. Sarthak, wrong habit.
I saw something yesterday.
Wrong habit.
Yeah, we got a Badrinath Tiwari jump scare yesterday.
What the heck? How?
So I was at my friend's house, I told you. And then we were online, like we tried to do some Omegle type shit. So we were doing like different websites. And then somehow we got connected to a guy whose gaon was Badrinath in Uttarakhand. And we were like, Badrinath Tiwari mil gaya. Bro.
You guys won't understand.
Yeah, only BHS people know.
Like 3 BHS people who have watched this podcast. Like maybe.
Yeah. Like you have to be in 10H or 10G to know that shit.
Anyway, what held me back this year? My answer would be the same as yours, that myself. September was when I started really focusing on doing some mental work and understanding my own emotions, putting more time into understanding the beliefs that I had, the limiting beliefs, overcoming them. And my coach, who, like the guy whom I work for, he also coaches me, so he helped a lot in this. So till now, till 18 and a half years, this was holding me back. And now it's just like, if I was not able to do something, I was like, oh, I'm not able to do something, oh, फिर इसके कारण then I won't be able to do this also, and then it goes into a downward spiral of overthinking. But now I'm like, okay, इस बार नहीं हुआ, I'm going to make it work. That is a physical fact, that is a fact of physics, that is a law of physics, that I'm going to make it work regardless, whatever it takes. Now that has been helpful, but I started doing that only until starting last month, November. So yeah. Sarthak, what were some of the good decisions that you made?
College gang. Pretty good decision. I love that shit. Not gonna lie. Because it helped me gain that little balance that I was missing in life. Because of course, J8 sucks the life out of you and you need to blow it back into. So anyway, yeah. So I mean, that's one thing, because I was able to focus on the stuff that I really like in the way I really like. Because I don't want the stuff to be cool, doing something that doesn't really have a lot of productivity in life, but it just looks cool. This guy.
Arey nahi, bhai, nahi. That was just it. For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
आधा एक घंटा 2 घंटा हाँ ठीक है man. So for legal reasons, that should remain a joke for this podcast. Yes. So anyways, that's one of the good decisions that I made this year. Another good decision that I did make in June was resting a bit. That was pretty good. That actually charged me up for college. And my friend circle that I currently have in college is pretty also good. So that could also be counted as a really good decision. And I think that's it. No more good decisions left in me, gang.
I would again mention the few things that I already mentioned. First being the emotions thing, like understanding the emotions.
The good decision could be this podcast as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, how can you forget this?
For sure. One of the best decisions I've been on self-development since class 10, and I was learning so much shit, and I didn't have any place to put that out there so that I also remember it, or at least it's somewhere, right? You can go back and refer to it. It was not there until we started this podcast. So yeah, big W. And again, the emotions thing, that logically understanding the emotions, boiling them down to actions, operationalizing them, being aware of your emotions, which meditation helps you to do. Really powerful stuff. So that's that. And good decisions. That was a good decision. This ringtone was a good decision. Yeah, guys, this is not this is just my notification sound. Or that's what I want you to think. Okay, so another.
So his clients woke up right now after that last night stuff. So yeah, that's why they are sending money right now.
Crazy stuff, bhai. So yeah, good decisions. What other good decision that I made? This was a decision that I made last year, focusing on VIT-EEE and not taking a drop, which is fruiting this year. Very, very, very good decision. Focusing more on learning AI, different stuff related to AI. Great decision. I'm already betting very, very heavily on AI agents, automations, even Perplexity, Comet. Very powerful stuff. I strongly believe that AI is the future. And
It is the present, gang.
yeah, that's actually true. That one hit deep. So yeah, that was a good decision. And this November thing, which I'm not telling you guys about, that was a good decision. although it was very emotionally consuming, it still is, honestly. But it was a good decision. Yes. Sarthak would relate to it so much, but he won't tell it because bro code. जब बताना होगा तो मैं तुम लोग को बता दूंगा, right? Yeah. So that was that. And I hope, guys, please don't DM me. Please don't DM me.
Nobody DMs you, gang. Nobody DMs you.
I guess, yeah, you're right. All is well. All is well. All is well. We have like 17 people watching this podcast till the end.
Yeah, 17 watching till the end?
I guess.
No, nobody is watching till the end.
Damn. But that's the advantage, right? We can say whatever we want because no one is watching.
Nobody is watching. There's one person, my mother, who is watching till the end. There is one of my friends who is watching till the end on 2x. So, other than that, there's nobody I know of.
Yeah, one of my friends is also watching it till the end. When I tell her to watch, that's it. Yeah. Okay.
You could have like an exercise with your friends as well. Like, just watch this podcast on 2x and like answer the questions on yourself, like the way we are answering.
What do you mean?
Like, we are answering 26 questions right now. So like, you could tell your friend, okay, watch this podcast, answer all these questions that we are answering.
Let's put that as a story. All three accounts.
Done.
Okay. We have to make this a little bit beautiful. Yeah, we can put it in a type form.
Yeah, so no. Another thing that will come in my goals will explain what to do. Watch till the end, guys.
Okay. Curiosity loop. Bro knows marketing now. So, good company, no? So, yeah.
I don't know marketing. I am marketing.
Damn. Okay, good decisions हो गया. Sarthak, what were your good decisions? तुमने तो बोल दिया ना. Bad decisions बताओ.
Bad decisions, like, you could have asked me this in 2024 and I would have been able to tell.
Yes, I know.
But bad decisions. I mean, there is one thing that I really want to say, but it's not a bad decision, but it's neither something that helped me a lot in my life considering now, and that is focusing so much on JEE. Could have focused a little more on other stuff as well. This is coming from someone who gave it all to JEE, but like, yeah, considering where I am right now, could have gone with a little less, it's fine. Would have got the same thing, honestly. And even if I would have done a little more, would have got the same thing. That's all I know. Other bad decisions coming back to the next half of the year. I mean, being more online than last year is something that is a bad decision this year. Should have been a little less. Like, my Insta is pretty good. I'm pretty fine with what I'm doing with it. But like, the other part of it, like scrolling something, like exactly the part that I'm saying, scrolling and wasting a little bit of my time is something that I should not be doing, and not being regular in the gym. Gym.
What was that reaction?
I just hate it when I don't go to the gym. It's not a good thing not going to the gym. No, it's not a good feeling. He can relate now.
Yes. Yeah. One more thing I forgot in the good decisions part. Guys, listening to audiobooks and reading books. Fucking hell, what a great decision. I listened, like, in my college when I came in, I used to walk a lot. And during that time, I used to listen to audiobooks. Listen to a ton of audiobooks. Best one, 48 Laws of Power. Listen to all of it. Another good decision, using Machiavellianism in my daily life. Chef's kiss, bhai. Beautiful thing, bhai. People should know about it more, honestly.
They don't. It's good.
They shouldn't,
it's
yeah.
It's good they don't.
Yeah. There's only this secret pathway that once you follow, then you discover Machiavellianism. Then you...
It should be kept a secret. That now when you actually do this shit, then you realize why it's kept a secret and why it should be kept a secret.
But the thing is that even if you know about it, it still works on you.
It will always work on you.
Right. So yeah, bad decisions. I would not have a lot to add. Here, again, the same thing.
Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy.
Yeah. So, not...
bad decision? Not focusing on health, gang. I know his bad decision.
नहीं, वो तो था ही. But another one was, again, underselling myself. So...
Damn, gang, he undersold himself.
Yeah, again, not celebrating this. If you don't celebrate the small wins, then you don't have a stack of wins that you have done all of this shit. Then this like fades from memory, and then it's like the Hanumanji scene. He does not remember his abilities. So then you need someone else, because then people start taking like then if you don't know your worth, then why would someone else appreciate your worth, right? So
Deep.
yeah.
As deep as.
No. So yeah, that was that, and in May that was a bad decision. Yeah, around May, I made that one, and then I recovered from that from August, and then did a little bit of mental work, and now I'm doing stuff. One more thing, it was a business thing, which it was a bad decision that I did in 2024, and now I'm reaping the fruit of it. So yeah, guys, it's a business specific thing, but you guys should know in case you ever want to come into the business world. Like when you're starting out, you are not good, and this is me telling it to my self of 2024 or 2023. One of the biggest bad things and good things that happened to me was I got my first paying client without doing anything. It was also luck, but it was also some level of skill. It was mostly luck. So, but saying luck doesn't help me in any way. But yeah, so this person was like, yeah, he paid a good enough amount, but I didn't know shit about fuck. So yeah, and I thought that for some reason I deserved that amount of money for each client, even though I did not have any case studies and didn't have any results at anything. Now that mentality is why I did not succeed in 2023 and 2024, because you don't know what you're doing, right? If you don't know, then how can you expect to make great results and make your clients happy? So this is something I'm changing this year, that right now if you go to my LinkedIn, all of my offers are free right now. That is something I'm doing right now to get good at what I'm delivering, and collect as many testimonials and case studies as possible. Then we can bump up the prices, because yeah, that is a bad decision that I made earlier, but now I'm paying the price for it. Sarthak, what is
So what is one thing that you built this year that helped you, or that just made you a better person? LinkedIn.
Yeah, 100% agreed. LinkedIn, and my LinkedIn was already pretty good, but another thing was this. Yeah, again, I would come back to the emotionally justifying the whole thing, like boiling down emotion to logic. A few other things. One thing that I built.
You could have honorable mentions, but the one thing that you built.
Built as in what?
Anything that you built. Something inside you, something that is out there. Anything.
So it could be inside as well.
Yeah.
I would say this mindset of like starting 75 hard.
Yeah.
And that built a great mindset that you have to do these things for 75 days continuously. And I'm failing it again, but I started again the next day. Like I know that I'm not doing the diet part, but all the other 4 things I'm doing. And the water part also, because it's so fucking cold here. Water, you can't drink 4 liters of water at this temperature in this area. So yeah, but all the other things I'm doing. 10 pages reading, yes. It's not like कि भाई अब नहीं कर रहे तो नहीं है कर रहे भाई जाओ. No exercise, food जितना खाना है खाओ, no water, no reading, कुछ नहीं. It's not like that, right? So this mindset, and again a lot of credit to you as well, कि भाई yeah, you see what kind of mindset is possible. You see that people are working and it's possible to survive at 5 hours of sleep and still work a fair amount, although I prefer not doing that for a long term. But yeah, for a few days if it's needed, you do that. What did you build that helped you a lot?
Notion. That shit. That manages my finances. After November, I haven't been that well in my life tracker, and the reason being it needs net, and my hostel has shit net. Yeah, but on the overall side of it, I have managed my finances well because of it. I know where my money has gone, and especially that phone widget. I make usually when I make purchase, go add expense this. So instantly I know, okay, this is the purchase that I made. I can calculate through various dates, okay, this week has been better, this week, why has this week been so much? And I could just calculate how much I'm spending, how less I'm spending. Same thing with the life tracker. I know my goals, I know what goals I did which day. So I mean, if you use it the way it is meant to be used, amazing. And also I have a lot of ideas, a lot of project ideas that I just typed into Notion, so which I can make any day. So these are some things that has helped me a lot. So this is that specific thing that I built that helped me a lot.
Awesome.
One thing you broke.
One thing I broke.
Anything that you broke, your belief system.
Yes, beliefs. 100%. Breaking a few beliefs.
What is the question though? You didn't say the question.
What?
What is...
One thing that you broke that helped you.
Yeah.
So beliefs, a lot of beliefs I broke in September. Again, overthinking, self-doubt, all of that. Lots of stuff. And a few other beliefs that I always used to think that I need my parents' permission to do everything.
Big W for that.
Yeah.
For me as well.
Yeah, like even in small things, like if you need to buy this, being the only child thing, it's like, yeah, you can ask for whatever money, but you ask for, like, I never had this pocket money concept. Bhai ye tumhara hai, do whatever you want, you do whatever you want. I was like, just say mummy se lo, you can buy it. But then I'm calling कि भाई मुझे ये लेना है, मैं ले लूँ. So he's like, हाँ ले लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. It's like it is your money. I was like, okay, fair. Money is a small thing, but other stuff like making decisions in terms of academics, in terms of the business, all of that. So yeah, I've taken a good enough amount of risk this coming semester. So yeah, hopefully that will work out. And yeah, no one knows about it right now. I hope they don't. So yeah, they don't watch the podcast. So yeah, that is a risk that I have taken, and once it works out, it will all be good. And yeah, just this belief that you don't need permission or you don't need others' validation to do stuff. You can do stuff on your own. And also that you don't need to feel a certain way. Like if you're feeling good, only then you do stuff. Yeah. It's not like that. You can do stuff without feeling like it also. And if you compare the output, it's almost same. What about you, Sarthak? What is something you broke that helped you?
My financial limit gang. No, but one thing that I broke this year has been in the first part. My total productive hours in a day that I could give at max. Earlier it used to be 10 to 12. Broke that limit by a good margin of like 4 or 5 hours. So like now I know I can do at least 16 hours of every day continuously. I mean, I'm not saying that one day you give 20 hours and the next day you give 0. No, I'm saying continuously for a good amount of time I could give 14 to 16 hours every day and still function very well and still be happy. So that's one belief that I broke, and that has helped me, and I know will help me whenever needed, because now I know that it's not a limit anymore as well. I mean, even 16 I could go it to 18 as well. I mean, not sleeping, just doing everything and anything that I can. So yeah, that's one thing that I'm really happy for.
So how are you physically doing this? I mean, even if you're sleeping like 6 hours.
Yeah, that's it.
Brush, nahana dhona, khana.
I mean, so what my routine was sleep at around 12:30, wake up at around 6:20.
Let's say 6 hours.
Let's say 6 hours, okay. And then, brush very fast, bath very fast, half an hour max. Let's say brush plus nahana dhona plus milk take 1 hour. That takes 7 hours, right? And after that, I was like from 7 to 9 I was revising. 9 to 12 was one paper.
12 से 6 सोए, 6 से 7 all this. And then?
So 7 to... Even the thing was, while I was drinking milk, while I was doing breakfast, I was also revising. So that combined.
Fair.
So 2 hours of revision. 9 to 12 first paper, 12 to 1 analysis of the paper, like the Excel sheet that I made, and I put in, okay, what mistakes, why this mistake happened, how could I have not made this mistake. Then 1 to 2 a little bit of revision on the topics that I made the mistakes in. to 2:30 was my lunchtime. Then 2:30 to 3 I was like revising, seeing little bit, like studying stuff only, but a little bit laid back down. Then 3 to 6 the next paper. Then 6 to 7 another same analysis. Then 7 to 8 was again reading things, doing some questions on the same topic. Then 8 to 9 was another, like, break, 1 hour break that I used. So that makes 8 hours. And then again 9 to 12 doing questions, doing whatever I can, and then sleeping at around 12 to 1. So I mean,
go to the gym, right? Exercise.
more that day I didn't.
How?
But even if let's say if you count exercise and stuff, then you can also, like, if you count exercise in your daily work, then also you can like say 16 or 17 hours. But if you say, like,
How does it work?
I mean, why not? It's something that you want, that you have to do daily. So that could be counted as work. But if not, then 15 to 16 you minus 1 hour.
Because I am right now, I've observed that I'm capped at like 12, 13, 14. Usse zyada nahi hai. I'm like, yeah, that has been a limit. Let's see if we are able to break it.
But like if you are doing gym and everything with 12, 13 is fine. I mean,
Because I have observed that I need that 1.5 hours to just relax my mind a bit. And then, yeah, that's all.
So next, one experience from 2025. Any one experience?
नहीं बता सकते भाई.
अरे कोई और होगा या होगी?
अरे भाई, रुक जाओ थोड़ा.
See this gang. See this.
Feeling sleepy, guys.
See me. See him.
अरे यार.
So he is like, I think on 3 to 4 hours of sleep. I'm on 8 hours of sleep. So that's also.
Yeah, I wanted to sleep, yaar, but I woke up at 6 and I couldn't sleep today.
Couldn't sleep today. That has never happened with me. Can't relate, gang. I mean, I sleep whenever and however I want to sleep. I have slept with full tube light on my face. I have slept with no tube light. I can just sleep, and like it doesn't even take more than 15 minutes for me to sleep. It's like a superpower at this point. I can just sleep whenever I want to. I think, okay, today usually people are like, no, I haven't slept in a while, or I have slept for a long time. Today I can't sleep early. I can sleep early. I want to sleep. I sleep.
This guy doesn't wake up, yaar. We almost missed Dylan's podcast because this.
That is so. What happened was that day I hadn't slept. So so we decided, okay, we'll do the Dylan's podcast at 2 to 3 in the morning. So that day at 5 I had to leave for my home. I had to leave the Atewali break. The flight was at around 8:30, so I had to leave the college at 5. So okay, so I'll sleep at around 10, wake up at 2. 4 hours of sleep is enough, and then we'll prepare for Dylan's podcast, see what we can do, prepare a bit, and then at 3. So what happened was I put alarm. I told my mother to wake me up at around 2. Everything was fine. I woke up at 2:45. Brushed, put on a shirt. Like at 2:55 I was somehow online. So like, yeah.
Clutch, bhai.
And like I was not looking sleepy.
Yeah. You can't say that he was looking sleepy, honestly.
The engineering superpower, gang. He will get it by the next sem. You wake up and you are like, okay, which question do we have to do?
Right. Makes sense. One experience about what?
Anything. One experience from 2025 that helped you, that gave you a lesson. A shortened form, you have to like extrapolate.
Bhai sir.
We are at halfway mark, gang. You have to be faster.
अरे भाई क्या है 5 एपिसोड बना के डालना है इसके और क्या?
नहीं gang, एक episode में.
Yeah, we are actually in the fast. Why we have 12, 13 more. Again, I will not repeat stuff. Okay, fair enough. One experience.
No, it's only one stuff, so it could be a little faster.
Okay, cool. One experience that I had. What is? पहले तुम बोलो.
One experience that I had. It's the megathon experience. That experience told me and taught me that you shouldn't rely on anybody, even if they are AI. Yeah, I mean, the thing was, I didn't know a lot of C. Especially I didn't know anything about TCP sockets. So the first thing that I did was go to ChatGPT, learn a little bit, but then I was like, okay, it's tough to code in C because of course I don't know a lot. I know Java the most. So one thing that I really did was I just went on to ChatGPT, asked it to code in C, and of course C is a fucked language. Even viciously good programmers stumble in it. So ChatGPT stumbled. It was giving sec faults, and even then I was like, okay, at some point of time he would be able to do something. So at 3 in the morning I went to Claude. It's said to be better at coding and everything. I gave it a good whole ass prompt of like around 1500 words, every context, everything. It gave a really good site, but again it was giving sec fault. So I was like, okay, try to improve it a bit. It was like around 2000-3000 line of code. But Claude got over the free plan, so we went back to ChatGPT trimmed it down to 500 lines somehow. I still don't know how he did it, and few features were gone. I was like, what? I told you not to remove any features. I was like, okay, fine.
That's how he did it.
Yeah, and somehow by 8 o'clock in the morning it was not even connecting to the server that I had made. Somehow I don't even know how it did what it did, but somehow it was not connecting, and I was like, what? So at that point I just left it. I was like, fine, fuck it, and then I went to sleep. And then at 10:30 the teammates are calling like, bro, how do we send this file? It's like, gang, wait, I'll come, because at 11 the submission was there. We submitted something, so like we decided that we'll send that 3 o'clock wala thing. But then when we went to get back to GitHub, we none of us knew how to go back to the commits, and like what we did was we went back to the history. So what it shows is the lines we deleted and the lines inserted, and we copied that whole ass paragraph of every line and just sent it, which was wrong because the deleted line should not be there. So like it was a fuck thing.
How did it go?
Of course, nobody knows. We were not selected for the second round. Obviously, the code wouldn't even compile. So that's one big experience, Megathon. So next year we'll come back stronger, gang.
Nice. I would do my own hackathon experience, which led to the burnout, and yeah, that burnout was a good experience. Not good, like physically
An
not good, but
experience.
good learning.
It was
Good
an
learning. It
experience.
was an experience. It was like so much mind fog. Like I couldn't even think clearly. It was the first time it has happened. Like I can't think. I feel like I've lost my brain power. Crazy stuff.
This question is for him, gang. The influencer you learned from the most, barring Alex Hormozy.
Arey yaar, fuck you, bhai. No.
No, we all know you learned from Alex Hormozy. Tell us something new.
David Goggins.
David Goggins.
Like, even I would say, I was listening to his podcast. I sent you his podcast as well, and I've been telling him to start reading Can't Hurt Me. Crazy shit, bhai. Crazy shit. First of all, you can't put that book down. Honestly, you just can't. If you pick it up once, gone. You are sucked into it. Then, this guy's story, bro. Like, he came from the worst of the worst. Like, at one point he was overweight, his mind was fucked up, like he had a lot of limiting beliefs, relationship fucked up, everything fucked up, financial situation fucked up. And from that he went through the hardest military training. He went through the hardest training of the hard. Again, he went through the hardest part of the hardest training of the hardest army in the world, and he did it 3 times in 1 year. Crazy shit, bhai.
Crazy.
And then after that, he ran like 100 miles in 24 hours without any prior preparation. Crazy stuff, bhai. Very, very helpful, and it is highly recommended for anyone who wants to toughen up mentally. What about you, Sarthak? Any one influencer you learned from the most?
Tim Dwivedi. Honestly, gang, this is the guy I like listen to the most this year. So
You did listen to me a lot.
because I mean, see, one thing is he's listening to me once while recording the podcast. I'm listening to him 3 times while in the podcast, first cut, second cut, and then while the podcast is being played on YouTube. So like, yeah, he's been the influencer that I have listened to the most. Honestly,
I'm so flattered. No, real answer.
I mean, honestly, it's you. And there's an author whose interviews I've also seen, Olivia Fox-Caban, whose book Charisma Myth I've seen. Damn, the book. I mean, if you want to be socially apt at a lot of stuff, Charisma Myth.
Read it after
You have to read it. So Tim, any blessing in disguise that you have had this year?
Yes, and it is that experience. नहीं, it is another. तो ये experience तो है ही emotionally consuming वाला. But in May, as I told that I was working with someone, and it was like a good one, like personal contacts थे. So like because from the previous group I was there, they said कि हाँ we'll work with you. Then they waited for 5 months when I'm done with the exam. Then they hired me. I was working with them, pretty much going well. But then it's like they were doing very well stuff, but I wasn't fitting in, honestly. Like what I wanted didn't align with what they were offering. I wanted more autonomy, more independence, more creative freedom. But nothing, no hate to them. They're great people, and they wanted me to follow their processes, and I learned a lot from their processes. But yeah, I couldn't fit in. So, and then one day we had a heated argument. This was like nothing personal, but like they expected something which I was not able to deliver because of my commitments at the college. At that time I was just new. फिर उसके बाद got very overwhelmed, and then I quit. That was a bad experience, but it taught me a lot. And if I would not have quit, I would not have started working with this coach who helped me overcome my limiting beliefs and all of this stuff, and not gone into the whole AI automations and agents thing. So that was a very big blessing in disguise. Apart from that thing, भाई वो blessing थी कि नहीं, that we'll get to know only after 4th of May 2026. Yeah.
Anyways, my blessing in disguise, I've been thinking a lot, but it's Jay.
I guessed it.
Yeah, it has to be Jay. That shit taught me a lot. That shit just transformed a lot in me. The stability that I have right now, the patience that I have right now has been given by Jay, and of course it also told me how to manage a lot of frustration, because I have like torn notebooks because the question is not being solved, and to being here is great.
You have torn notebooks?
Yeah, I have this
That's a torn
notebook. Like,
Strength.
I have like literally torn notebooks. You could have asked my mother. In between of tests as well. There were 2 tests. Damn. I couldn't solve a question which I should have been able to solve. Ambition, guys. Things that it does to you. So, Tim, how has your transformation been in 2025?
Again, repeating my stuff which I said previously, most transformative year in my entire life. If you combine all the 17 and you see this has been more transformative than all the 17 combined. The thing is that on the external you can't see the progress. In terms of financially, if you talk about, you can't see it. And even in terms of body, like it is there,
but
yeah, not to the way I want.
You're stronger, you can lift more, you feel better,
yeah.
But you can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it, and it's not till the way that I want to go. But I know, like, yeah, I can get there, and the path is clear. We can do it. But mentally, it has been very, 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 very helpful. So yeah, big transformation. Even like 75 hard, bro. Honestly, I can't stop talking about 75 hard. It's like it is not a physical. It is not a.
Yeah, it's not physical. It's not as physical as it's mental.
Yeah, and it's not a fitness challenge. It's a mental toughness challenge.
My transformation has, of course, been more in the first half of the year, considering that I have the things that I just told you about, the patience, the calmness that I have more. And the other transformation that happened is being more balanced, and of course being in the moment more every day, each day, and just taking care of myself more and doing stuff that I love. Obviously, the reason I didn't go to IIT is because of CS, and I'm just loving it here.
Nice. And yeah, taking care of yourself, highly recommend. Even like skincare and shit, like highly recommend it for all the guys out there. Bhai, this is not gay, and it's actually very, very helpful.
I have a like proper skincare routine. Okay, it's kept there. I'll show this guy. So I mean, I was showing somebody, and he was like, "You use it?" I think, yeah. Because skincare is one thing that I have also like been doing the whole year this time. I started in the middle of 2024, so this year it's pretty consistent. I've also been doing hair care, which hasn't been much of use, but it's fine.
South India water, bro.
South India water. And like mentally, even I have given myself little leverage, a little room, while also being mentally tough. I haven't physically gym, not as much as I would like. That's one of the regrets I have from this year. But the transformation mentally has been pretty good. I feel more grounded than ever. So this has been more grounding year than transformative for me.
What do you mean by grounded?
Grounded, as in I feel much more confident in myself, much more confident in my decisions that I make, while also being patient in the decisions. Because earlier what I used to do was I used to make very fast decisions, and sometimes, most of the times, because they did work, I was happy. But then, it wasn't like I evaluated everything, or I could have been a little more patient. I've learned how to manage my time. I've learned how to manage my finances. So this little transformation of being more patient, of being more receptive to other things, have been much better, more grounded.
Beautiful. Sarthak, one habit you picked up that you like.
Roaming around, honestly, it's one of the best things that you can do. And I've been pretty scheduled with it, okay, the whole week I'll not roam around a lot. I won't go out every day, but every Sunday I have a holiday. Whether my friends go out or not, fine, I'm going out. Are you coming? No, fine, I'm going. It's one of the things that people have been very surprised about. And it's one of the good things about me as well, that I don't care whether you are coming or not. I am going, and I'm asking you whether you are coming or not. It doesn't matter if you're coming or not. I have went 10 kilometers walk on just by myself with music, me, one earpod, when that is not even working, and one earpod, just going on.
Sigma stuff, bhai, honestly.
Yeah, just walking for 2 kilometers just to see one little view for 10 minutes. Doesn't matter, but I went through the roads. I saw, okay, what is here, what is there, okay, where else can I go next? So these are some few things. Just exploring a lot is one habit that I picked up, and not much, but 4 or 5 hours per week is not bad. It's helpful, it's relaxing, and it brings you closer. I just love the city as well. It brings me closer to the city. I love the place. And and even when I'm at times thinking about stuff, I just go out on Sundays, think about a lot of stuff. Okay, what this week could be done, what I could do, what expenses I could have not made, what expenses I could have made. So yeah, these are little decisions that I take while I am outside as well. So pretty good.
I would say that is truly recharging. And it's not I'm relaxing by scrolling reels. That's bullshit. Because you are stimulating your brain again, and you're fucking up your attention span. You just go out, no screens, nothing. Just if there is a little bit of music, fair. Walks, underrated. Bhai. Very, very, very great way to relax your mind, especially if you're with a friend.
Yeah. I mean, without even a friend, I just go out. Okay, I wanna go out. You wanna come? No, fine. I'm going out. I went to places. I saw new places. I saw new stuff every day, every week. That's one of the things. One day I just went out with a friend. He was like, okay, I want to go out. Let's go out. It was raining. We just took our umbrellas, went out, went for 7-8 kilometers, came back. Both walking. Doesn't matter. 7-8 kilometers walking, fine. 10 kilometers walking, fine. At this point, I'm walking immune. I can walk for as much long as I want.
Come to Vellore, bro. By walking 600 kilometers. Anyway, yeah, I do plan to have a walk with you sometime in the next year. I don't know when. The plan initial was kind of January, but if it's not possible, most likely it won't be possible. But after 4th of May, 100%. Kabhi na kabhi to aa raha hai.
I would say you can come on January as well. Okay, we'll talk about it not after this podcast.
Yeah, maybe. Let's say. Then one habit that I picked up that I like.
Yeah.
Habit. कौन सी habit भाई? Yeah, guys, highly recommend. So my mentor has a concept that he talks about the 5 tasks. Sarthak, you should try it as well. It's very, very helpful. So you, at the beginning of the day or before you end work on your previous day, you need to write your 5 most important tasks that you want to do on the next day. It shouldn't be some small stuff. This could if there are 5, at least 3 should be things that actually improve you, make you better, even in towards whatever goal you have. So in business, there are 2 types of things. You're working in the business, you're working or you're working on the business. In the business means you're doing the day-to-day tasks, you're delivering to clients, all of that stuff which keeps it going. On the business means that you're actually making stuff that which makes the business grow. It's like sharpening the sword.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to have he says that at least 3 should be on the business tasks, which actually make the business grow. Everyone should do it. I have observed that whenever I write down my 5 tasks, and there's a group, all of us post our 5 tasks. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we see how many we are able to do. So I do this in the morning. So whenever I'm leaving my room to go to the class or to the mess, I take my phone with me. In the lift, I type down my 5 tasks.
Use my Notion page.
we have a WhatsApp group है ना हमारा, so I need to post it there.
So like you can do it like post it on your WhatsApp, plug it in your Notion and see how much time also like you can use this, because I've been doing this since 2022, the same thing, but instead of every day I've planned for like months on end, because I knew what I had to do. 10th
Makes sense.
JE, so like every month I had a different planner, which topics to do every day, how much hours I would give to it. Like even in JE, I still have that program in my computer. I just run the program, like just had 2 arrays. One was like chapters, one was like time given to chapter, and then like one was cap. So like how many hours you want to give to everything. Like let's say you want to study for like 7 hours a day apart from the coaching, so like those 7 hours, how would it be divided? So let's say I have a chapter, so it will just randomly select a chapter, 2 hours of this chapter, 3 hours of this, then the same chapter is, if it had to be done like 5 hours, 2 hours the next day. So like you completely do a chapter and every day planner for the next month is made. So you have that's what
Final boss. Bro is the final boss.
yeah, I do it for like months on end. Like before JE, from December till April, I have the whole planner made. Didn't have to think of anything the next day when I wake up. Okay, what I'm doing today? No, I know. For the next whole month, what I'm doing, I knew. And even like every time when I was like, okay, now I'm like on the end of this phase. Okay, I could do this to the next thing. I called it stints because F1 called it stints. Like okay, my stint 1 would be this, stint 2 would be this, and I planned for like really good. So yeah. You can, and Notion is, I have been using it in the like till November. I have used it in my college. Works a lot because it helps you tabulate which task to do, every task that you have to do, and you just see, okay, 1 hour, how much time I have given to this, how much time I could have given to this. So
Okay, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Sarthak, one habit that you dislike.
doom scrolling. Yeah, that's one habit I picked up this year. But like even in like this month of the year, especially after coming back, so maybe going back to college would be better, which we sincerely hope, and I know it would be better because I would have a lot of other things to focus on. But yeah, in this time, and yeah, gaming. I'm like I don't game a lot still. Like we know pro gamers of like 12 hours a day.
Yes.
I'm like still at 1 hour a day. I'm a rookie. So but like yeah, I mean I want to give it like 1 to 2 hours a week or max 3 hours a week, not more than that. So that's one thing that one habit that I say I dislike. But I mean I can't call it a habit I took up this year, because I took it up this month more, and in a very exceptional circumstance of being outside in holidays. But yeah, this is one habit I would say.
My one habit has been cursing. Bhai, it has increased so much.
Not a habit at all.
It has been increased so much in my college, in my hostel.
I'm like a very clean guy, very very clean guy.
Cleaner than me, of course, you are. So nice. So like fuck and all is okay, but then he started with the Hindi stuff. Then it gets really damn bad.
We don't talk about it here, guys.
Yeah. So that's just something coming from UP, coming from BHS. So that is the stuff that you don't want to have. Best book you read, Sarthak?
I mean, best book I read this year, Charisma Myth, because first time I read 48 Laws of Power was last year. So, but yeah, both of them. I have to. I every year you will see me saying 48 Laws of Power because I'll reread it every year. But yeah, I will read the Diary of a CEO before 31st December, because I have to give. Because I have to give to this guy as well. That's again a manipulation I did and he didn't know.
Yeah, mine would be actually not 48 Laws of Power. It would be Sapiens. Yeah, Sapiens ka. It's a tie between all three: Laws of Human Nature, 48 Laws of Power, and Sapiens.
The Laws of Human Nature is too good. Like
Yeah,
but 48 Laws of Power beats everything.
I would say that, but I would say Sapiens because Sapiens was the first frame shift
Yeah.
in believing. I'll do this whole. I think I've told you that believing in false stuff. Like I'll just give a quick rundown. Okay, so when we were like cavemen and we.
Yeah, you have told this.
Yeah, I have told you that.
In the Emotions podcast.
I've told the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then guys, go and watch the Emotion podcast.
I wala mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
I wala mark. Last time I put a I mark, so.
Oh, let's
that
go.
I card, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
So, yeah, it taught me that even if something is not true, I can still believe in it because according to Yuval Noah Harari, the concept of God is not true. okay, which I do not completely believe, but yeah. So God bhai agla God pe karenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to do God and mindset.
Yeah. Then yeah, you can still believe in, like, if you are already believing in stuff which is not true, then you can believe in stuff that is not true, which helps you. It's being delusionally optimistic. So that was the first thing. Then came Machiavellianism and stuff like that, and for laws of human nature, digging into your own beliefs, finding out the past, all of that stuff. Best movie.
Yes, Tim, what is the best movie you have seen this year?
Learning ke basis pe to I didn't watch a lot of movies to learn. I would be watching a few on my birthday, and the plan is to watch 4 movies in a day. Extremism, bro. Yeah, the plan is to watch 4 movies, and those are 8 Mile, Eminem ki biography, Rocky, Gladiator, and I had one more, I forgot. It was something good only. ZNMD, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. So a friend of mine recommended it. Shout out on Ananya. Yeah. So that was that, and one movie that I watched was Raid 2.
Which is, of course, not something that you would learn a lot from.
You would not learn a lot from, but it was great. Like, the storytelling was great, the plot was great, the cinematography was great, the acting was great. A good standard Bollywood movie, I would say that. Yeah.
Mine, I mean, see, obviously, when it comes to this stuff, there's no movie that I have seen that have like helped me this year. But yeah, as his situation is, I have also a lot of movies that I have to see before going back, and there's one series that I have to see, Dark. It's a German series.
Why? You would love it. I haven't seen it, but you would love it. You would 100% love it. If I were to see it, I would also love it, but it's 5 seasons.
It's 3.
3 seasons.
Dark has 3 seasons. So anyways, that's one of the series that I have to see yet. But I have to yet to start. But okay, I'll start it any day, finish it the same day. But
Extremism.
yeah, but probably it's a tie between Chernobyl and The Family Man.
Okay.
Chernobyl is
Family
such...
Man, you should watch. I've heard great things.
Yeah, I've watched all. So when I came back here, the morning I came...
I thought you watched it.
Yeah, the night I watched it. I was like to my mother, but I was saving it so I could watch it with my mother, and I was like, okay, we'll watch 2-3 episodes. But it was so consuming that like my mother slept and I was watching till the last of it, like completed. And same with like Chernobyl. After my NSEM, I watched Chernobyl. It was really good. It gives you a lot of insight about how politics works and how actually nuclear reactor works. So I now at this point I know how an RBMK reactor explodes. For somebody who has seen Chernobyl, he would know why this question is such an important question. Because okay, so one of the things is that you can learn from this is everybody thought that an RBMK reactor cannot explode. And the reason they thought so was that there was something about a positive void coefficient when there is enough steam in the reactor. And then when the control rods are completely, withdrawn, so even with the positive void coefficient and the build-up of xenon poisoning, without the control rods, the reaction would still go on. But the control rod had tips of graphite. So when you reinsert them, the graphite would be the first thing going on, which would change the reaction a lot. So, I mean, but this thing, somebody, Viktor Lenin, I don't know, somebody, pointed this out, but he was killed by the government because that would be like, that would, come out as like they would have to, remove or, better all their RBMK reactors, which were like 4 in Chernobyl, and there were several others as well in Russia. And because of course the Russian government at that point was like the state, and they were like, no, we cannot be wrong. And that led to the explosion of Chernobyl because nobody knew that would happen. Explodes. And how the politics work, how like even the person who actually brought this out to the world was also forced to lie in the Vienna Convention that year that happened. And then on the basis that the Russian agency KGB, intelligence agency, would silently rectify all the reactors. So it's a really good movie that is a great combination of science and politics.
It's a movie or series?
It's a very small series of 5 episodes, 1 hour each.
Might be worth watching. Yeah, one more thing. Yeah, I forgot. I watched Beast Games.
Yeah.
So, bhai, such a good one. Like, Mr. Beast had this whole game show, and he spent so much money on it. It's just something I learned was that the level of effort the people at the top of the game put in. This guy just wanted to make the best damn game show in the world. He broke 27 Guinness World Records, something around that number. Crazy stuff, bhai. They had the best quality cameras, best team in the world, best everything. Best is highest amount of prize money given away, most amount of money lost on won or lost on a coin toss. So this was like there was a $5 million prize money, and then it was like if you toss the coin, like if it lands on your if it lands on what you're saying, then we'll double the prize money. If it doesn't, you'll get eliminated. And this guy, he like it worked. So it landed on whatever he said, and they doubled the prize money. Crazy stuff, bhai. Very good series. Like, yeah, a good one.
One eternity later.
So we are back, and Tim, what is one hobby that you picked up this year?
I would again say 75 hard, big one. Like,
Hobby.
Whatever you want to call it, but I can't. Now it's on my ego. कि भाई अब complete कैसे नहीं हुआ ये? I will fucking complete it. And I would say I would advocate 75 hard as a way of life.
Yeah.
Apart from the diet wala part, उसके अलावा I can do it per day.
Us bros.
Yeah. What about you?
Roaming around again is one hobby, or and Formula 1 as a proper hobby, yeah.
Even I would also say that being intentional with how I'm having conversations, like planning, having the opener set dialed in, ki bhai, I have the confidence that I can start a conversation with almost anyone, as long as they are willing to have the conversation.
Exactly.
Because
that's one of the limitations with me, that the other person should be in the conversation.
you have to be, bhai. You can't talk to a rock. Bhai, agar koi banda is like they're just working and they don't want to talk, you can't talk to them. But even if they're a little bit interested, like if they're introverted and they're not that inclined, but I can be that, and they can at least engage if they want to talk. In college, most of the people want to talk. So again, sometimes we'll do a podcast on this also, social skills.
But like even with the hobbies, I think one of the things that another hobby is like taking lessons from my own hobby, making it both and emotionally and what you say metaphorically, or like I can't find the right word for that, but one is like I have an emotional attachment with F1, but it's also something that I learn lessons from. So like one of the lessons that I learned while I played the F1 game is sometimes braking is the best way to take a circuit. Like you usually feel like, okay, you are going at a really good speed, you should like continue at that speed, but that's not what always it should be. You should brake, otherwise you'll just run off and die. That is what gonna happen. If you don't brake, you'll just go into the barrier and just die.
You mean stop the speed?
Reduce the pace, take the corner. Like the life is not a straight line, it turns, it challenges you. You have to take a break, you have to reduce your pace, you have to take the corner. And there's not just one way to take any corner, there's not just one way to solve a problem. There are 100 of dynamic racing lines. Test find your best, and like, you know, when there are two people battling, I don't see them battling on cars, I also see them battling in real life, and how one can outsmart the other, how one can force the other into making a mistake or taking the tighter line. And this all just like boils down basically to one thing, that you can be in control of your life, you can induce mistakes into others, and you can always win if you are vigilant enough and if you know the right things. That's just purely from Formula 1, nothing else. Just from Formula 1.
I guess that's a lesson for life.
Yeah. Like the best thing that I would say is like braking is the best way to take a circuit, because people who don't brake take a lot of time. Burnouts, like even in life, like you cannot just go up. You have to reduce your pace, you have to take that little challenge that you have to upskill yourself, and that's it. That's how it works.
Right. Beautiful. Health lessons
from 2025. What health lessons will you give to our dear audience, or to you yourself, Tim, because you are not healthy?
Yeah, you could say. I mean, define karo pehle to health. Anyway, but the thing is that go to the gym daily, running very helpful. Even like, bhai, guys, just do 75, please. You won't. At least you won't be able to complete it in the first go. I myself can't complete it. At least starting it and continuing through it.
Okay, what if I do it on 10th January and complete it in the first go? It would be so amazing.
For sure, bhai, that would be actually.
And if I do it, I'll post this video on my story and tag this guy.
Let's go, bhai. Rooting for you, bhai. Rooting for you. Let's go.
Let's see.
मजा आएगा क्योंकि 12th January से the whole group is doing.
Yeah.
And my mentor is also doing it and I'm very sure he'll complete it. And I can't let him down. तो मैं तो करूँगा ही complete from 12th Jan. Come what may.
This will be my first time even doing. This will be my first time doing anything compared to a 75 hard. So it's gonna be really fine. In a college in second semester that has fests coming up.
All the best. All the best. Yeah, guys, prioritize your sleep. Like for क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं hypocritical. But I'll go and sleep. Okay, once I reach home. That's what I want you to think. Okay, so yeah, 6-7 hours, good. And not like always कि आप कभी नहीं कर सकते sacrifice. You do sacrifice, but then you know कि भाई हाँ now I'm hitting that level where I can get really fucked up. So then I sleep. Then I sleep max. Okay.
Sleep max, sir.
Yeah. Then again.
Alone. Had to ask this.
Boys hostel. Anyway, financial lesson.
Everything is possible. Where there is a will, there is a way.
Sarthak, तुम्हारी health lesson.
My health lesson would be eat healthier, gang. That's the only thing, because Mess disagrees, but you can still eat healthier. You can eat protein. No, but healthier just doesn't mean that it doesn't have to be tasty or delicious. It just have to be. You have to pick the right food. You have to pick it at the right time.
Couldn't have said it any better.
Any financial lessons from the finance master?
Arey bhai, my finances are cooked, guy. I guess financial lesson for me would be taking more risks with money. Because till now, again, coming from my mom, by very, very typical Indian fairness, like very hesitating a lot in spending money. This guy disagrees.
No, I actually agree a lot.
Acha, हाँ भाई.
No, because they are like, do a normal 9 to 5 or 2,000 per month, and I'm fine. I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
Yeah, like normally, like that's what they want. Like, you just take a stable life. What the definition of stability is.
Yeah.
Sorry, mom.
Yeah. Auntie बताते हैं. Yeah, financial lesson would be to take more risks. You'll make back the money anyway. भाई कभी ना कभी. Yeah, तभी कभी ना कभी you'll make. That is what I'm trying to do more of right now, and that has been useful, kind of. Let's see how it goes. Honestly, not making any predictions right now, but yeah. Sarthak, yours?
Just write down your finances, see where you are like going wrong, because that has helped me this year. That will help me next year. That will help me for the rest of your life, and invest. I haven't done it yet, but from the next year, no, I'm not investing.
Now it depends on where you're investing.
Yeah.
Right. Would not recommend investing 500 rupees per month in stock market. That is not going to lead anywhere. 40 years में you'll have 1 crore rupees. Very good. Inflation नाम की चीज़ होती है. Okay. Would recommend buying 1 course per month, 500 rupees on Udemy, and doing that for per month. Have way high leverage. This is Hormozy. This is not me. Okay.
Relationship lessons from the relationship guru Tim
अरे भाई
Dwivedi.
क्या मैं कहा भाई सर आप हैं सर. पहले this you answer.
So there's this one line my friend said to me during our induction week. Shout out to you, Neil. I mean, Ahalil Launda.
अश्लील.
Anyway, so he said like So what I was saying was like we were talking about like being friends and making friends, and he was like, I was like, oh, I made a lot of friends, but like, nobody very good. So he was like, I focus on not making a lot of friends, but making one friend a lot of times. So that's one of the really good things that he's told me. So yeah, that's one of the relationship lessons from this year. And like, gang, don't get into girls, please.
I wish I could drop the tea, yaar. I wish I could drop the tea.
Don't worry, we'll drop the tea someday. Stay tuned for it.
नहीं तुम्हारी tea, not my tea.
I don't have a tea. I have coffee.
He has some. Okay, whatever.
My lore is really crazy. You guys don't know like 90% of my lore.
99%. Why they don't know anything?
Yeah, I mean,
They shouldn't know that thing. Why they?
Yeah, they
honestly
shouldn't know.
Not know.
they shouldn't know shit because even the lore I told you right now just before this podcast, man,
Nah,
crazy. I get into crazy stuff a lot of times.
And why? एक दो बार तो he has gotten into crazy stuff and called me. I was like, भाई इतना crazy भी हो सकता है?
Yeah, I mean, this guy is like, तुमने ये किया कैसे? Like, हो गया. तू बता करना क्या है?
हाँ. I would also said कि भाई यहाँ पे भी हो तो बता देना, देख लेंगे जो भी होगा.
Relationship lessons.
Yeah.
Love one girl, not two. No. If you don't love your wife, your neighbor will.
These two may or may not be relevant.
Yeah.
Who you will never know.
You will never know.
At least until not until 4th of May.
Yeah, I want to be his neighbor.
Yeah, relationship lesson. At least friendship में I would say talk to girls the same way as you talk to guys.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Big one.
Highly recommend.
Big W.
Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, girls, boys, same thing. Person gang. Person. They, them.
What the fuck?
The pronouns gang.
Acha. So that
Non-binary or like whatever, that gender fluid stuff, whatever it is. I don't know. I just like copy that shit.
okay, cool. If you know, then you're not my son, bhai.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Okay.
actually don't know. I just knew ZE and ZEM कुछ होता है. That's all I know. So like ZEM मैं कहता हूँ. उसको वो
Fair.
pronunciation भी नहीं हो गया. I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay, relationship lesson. Get rejected more. Recommend.
Recommended gang.
हाँ. अब इसका पूरा lore आपको बताऊंगा after 4th of May, but yeah, that is. I've dropped the majority of the thing, भाई. ये
Why
बता दे.
did
हाँ.
you do?
Get rejected more. Highly recommend.
Highly recommended gang.
नहीं, people need to listen to it. भाई, guys, get rejected more. बहुत help करता है.
Volume negates लग गया.
Full circle.
Full circle. Anyways, coming back to our
Goals for
last
next
thing.
year.
Goals for next year. So first time you put your goals and I'll copy yours.
You know mine, bhai. You know mine. I can't show it, but I can show it to you. You know this one. You know.
You told me this. Yeah.
हाँ. And अब again, पहली बात तो complete 75 hard.
Yeah.
Big one. That would be great for my physique. And मतलब 75 मतलब hard मतलब ढंग से.
Yeah.
कि आप एक वर्कआउट जिम में कर रहे हो या एक बार आप दौड़ रहे हो. That is a good one. नहीं तो ऐसे तो you can have 2 walks also.
Yeah.
So that is a kind of lower, but that I don't want. So that's that, and the try would be to get to an aesthetic body level like 12% में हम लोग बात किए थे, but
नहीं हो पाएगा इतनी.
very hard,
Very hard.
right? But let's see.
Gang नहीं हो पाएगा, कैसे नहीं होगा इसकी?
जाएंगे भाई liposuction करवाएंगे.
No gang, but like yeah.
Yeah.
You told tell your.
और relationships में तो अभी कुछ बचा नहीं है भाई. तो क्या ही करो.
ना मुन्ना पुणे जाइए.
पुणे में है भाई मेरे दोस्त बहुत सारे.
अरे तो जाइए पुणे जाइए. हैदराबाद क्या कर रहे हैं आप? जाइए.
क्या
होगा सब कुछ.
अच्छा हाँ पुणे योर गाय उसका भी लोड ड्रॉप करने लायक है
अरे भाई बट नहीं बट लाइक पुणे का तुमको नहीं पता लाइक पुणे इज द स्टेट.
अभी वी विल टॉक अबाउट इट. देखिए पब्लिक में नहीं. ओके
पब्लिक में पुणे इज अ रियली गुड स्टडी गैंग. गो देयर. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू. नो अदर रीजंस.
या एंड या द नेक्स्ट ईयर गोल अगर हाँ हेल्थ की बात हो गई, वेल्थ की बात हो गई, फाइनेंशियल्स की बात हो गई, करियर फाइनेंशियल्स मैं सेम ही कर दूंगा. नेक्स्ट वुड बी मेक मोर कनेक्शंस in terms
was mine but okay fine.
Yeah, make more connections in the field that I care about, like startups. I'll stay in Bangalore for some time. The plan like at least visit Bangalore multiple times to connect with people to network
How
more.
will you connect with people in Bangalore?
I know a few people there, so yeah.
When will you go though?
I don't know. Mummy ka एक मिनट रुक जाओ, मम्मी से कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं ना इसको.
So
एक
gang
मिनट खत्म नहीं हुआ अभी. लास्ट वन इज फिक्स माई रिलेशनशिप स्टफ. ओके एंड दैट may not mean getting someone. Let's see. Go ahead.
So, I mean, my relationship goals are just to have better friends, more friends. Not more friends, but better friends. Quantity doesn't matter, quality over quantity. Then, health lessons, hit gym at least once in every 3 days.
Complete 75 hours.
No. I mean, yeah, of course, that's one thing. But when I won't say go to gym every day, not possible, because you have to have your own breaks.
Right.
Then also, I cannot say like go to gym 2 times every week, could also not be very well. But like what I think was, and even if I say, get abs by the end of the year, you never know, even if you go to gym every day, whether you get abs or not. It completely depends upon a lot of factors. But one thing that is in my goal, that is in my control, is going to the gym at least every 3 days. So like once in every 3 days I have to go to a gym,
Nice.
no matter what.
At least two per day. At least 2 per week.
Yeah, at least. So that gets into my goal, and if I do more, it's better.
Awesome.
It doesn't limit me, and it does not it does not put a upper bound, but it puts a lower bound. RA stuff.
Sarthak Singh.
हाँ, but like not yet. बहुत कुछ बचा गया है, बहुत बड़ा गोल है मेरा.
सही है, बढ़िया.
Anyways, but like yeah, after
Abhi career goals.
yeah, career goals, that's one thing. So like make more connections, try and make more connections online and offline. Offline is a little bit tougher for me, but online for sure. Go to Bangalore with this guy, now that I know. Let's see. You'll never know.
Yeah.
But we'll try.
It is a very top on my bucket list. Yeah.
So if this guy goes, you might find me with him recording another podcast in a pub.
नहीं pub में नहीं भाई. In HQ भाई. In some companies HQ will record the podcast.
Yeah, and they will let you.
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you never know. You'll never
You
know.
guys don't know definitely.
So, and anything else that I have for my goals? Watch more Formula 1 for sure. Root for Lewis Hamilton. That's one of my goals for sure.
Max Verstappen का क्या किया?
Max is Max, man. Max mentality. You should have seen those reels of Max mentality, goated mentality. This guy once said, so there was a reporter asking him, what if this had happened? What if? Huh. So the Max was like, if my mom had balls, she would be my dad. Bro, that to like straight face.
It reminded me of Trump. He said like, what if a bomb drops in your head right now?
Yeah, bro. But this guy's too cool. So yeah.
Okay.
So,
Good
yeah.
one of the longest podcasts we have ever done.
Yeah, one of the longest.
Yeah.
The longest, not one of the
longest,
The
yeah,
longest.
for sure. Okay.
That's what she said.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's go, bye.
Let's go.
मजा आया, चलो.